Shall we get on with it, Captain Dex?
Let's go.
We'll go.
Yeah.
So the cargo loading has been completed. I'll just confirm with them that that's been done.
Yes, Captain.
Hey, is the cargo loading complete?
Affirm, Captain. Cargo loading is complete and final load sheet has been sent.
Roger, I got final number 1. Are we clear to close the doors?
Affirm.
Alrighty. Gian, there's no sound. Okay, there's sound. Alright, close doors, please.
Roger.
Okay, alright. Doors are closed, so checklist. I think. Nope, not there. Sorry, it's here. It's with me, of course. Alright. So we've done everything, Captain Dex. So cockpit preparation checklists.
Cockpit preparation checklist, please.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
We have 7.6 tons, kilos.
Check. Seat belts.
On.
8 ears.
And it's nav.
And barrel ref.
1008 set.
NH1008 cockpit preparation checklist complete. I'll just go ahead and get clearance for us. Delivery Sputnik 1 A320 at the bay. Request clearance to Manila level 340.
Sputnik 1, Davao clearance. You are cleared to Manila via the Ankin 3 Papa departure, runway 23. Expect flight level 340 and squawk 5663.
Sputnik 1 is cleared to Manila, Ankin 3 Papa, runway 23. Initial climb, flight level 150, squawk 5663.
Sputnik 1 readback is correct. QNH 1008 and contact ground when ready for push.
Contact ground, QNH 1008, Sputnik 1. Okay, so the clearance is valid.
Yeah.
Everything's set up. And are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready for push.
Okay. Ground, cockpit to ground.
Yes, Captain.
Confirm all doors checked, closed, and locked.
Affirm all doors checked, closed, and locked.
Roger, stand by. So we'll just do our flow, sir.
Yeah.
There. Yep.
Doors. And before start check,
Before start checklist, parking brake.
On.
Takeoff speeds and thrusts.
148, 148, 149, flex 55.
V1 148, VR 148, V2 149, flex 55. Windows.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Okay.
Did we ask for pushback? No, we did. Ground, hello, Sputnik 1, request push and start runway 23.
Sputnik 1, you are cleared for push and start runway 23.
Clear for push and start runway 23, Sputnik 1. And cockpit to ground, clear for push and start runway 23.
Roger, starting push, and you may start your engines at any time. Please release parking brake.
Brakes release, ready to push.
Brakes release, ready to push. Gian, no audio. There's audio. Okay, sorry, some people are saying there's no audio, I think, but I think there is audio, I'm not sure. Anyway, here we go, we're pushing back. There is audio.
Starting engine number 1.
Roger.
No number crosses. Lead on. Starting 1.
Sure. Nakakamiss ba, sir? when was your last flight?
My last check was April last year.
Okay.
This year. April.
Oh, okay. How about last actual flight?
December 31, 2019.
2019? Wow, it's been that long na pala. Wow.
Light up.
Anyway, guys, again, welcome to Sputnik Aviation. Please follow the instructions we posted on the original post. You guys will be able to win a airline experience session. Don't forget to share and comment publicly if you guys want to win. Okay, engine 1 stable.
Mataas pa yung ano, EGT. 463, all pressure normal. Engine 1 stabilized. Starting engine 2.
Check. Ganda na scenery natin.
Oo nga. Ganda ng visual.
Parang totoo lang. Welcome to the viewers again. My name is David. This is Captain Dex flying with us this evening, and yeah, my sound naman daw. my sound. The problem is in your end, po. Okay.
Pushback is complete. Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting jump.
Danny Bersamin, GOP Captain Dex.
Okay.
Medyo matagal lang yung EGT, yeah. Starting time.
Okay. No RBIs.
Flaps 1. This is gonna be 29.8.
Status okay.
Cockpit to ground, good engine start. You're clear to disconnect.
Roger, disconnecting, and the signal will be on the left-hand side. And have a safe flight.
See you on the left. Bye-bye. So, kunwari, sir,
Yeah.
andyan siya.
Signal given?
Yeah.
After start checklist.
After
please.
start checklist, anti-ice,
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
30%.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
And after start checklist complete.
Yeah. Request taxi.
Sputnik 1, request taxi.
Sputnik 1, contact tower 118.1.
1181, Sputnik 1. Davao Tower, Sputnik 1, request taxi.
Sputnik 1 tower, good afternoon. Runway 23, taxi via Alpha 4 and backtrack runway 2.
Taxi via Alpha 4, line up, backtrack, line up away runway 23, Sputnik 1. So we're cleared, first taxiway, and then all the way.
Okay. Left clear?
Clear right side.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So in our sim, sir, we kind of have to add a bit of power. It's more of the scenery, but yeah, in real life, medyo
Brake
hindi
check.
kailangan. Checked,
Okay.
pressure 0. Again, guys, welcome aboard. We're taxiing now to line up in Davao, runway 23. Captain Dex is he's taxiing the aircraft for us. And
Flight controls. Check.
okay, go ahead. Full up, pull down, neutral, pull left, pull right, neutral,
Rudders.
pull left, pull right, neutral. Checking my side. Okay, so you can just leave it at 30% and then it'll finally build up some speed. So just the departure review, runway 23 for departure, Ankin 3 Papa. The initial action is straight out, and at, what is this, 1,000 feet, we're gonna make a right climbing turn. Climb nav blue, 15,000, 1 FD2. So no changes to departure
Okay,
briefing.
thank you. Taxi checklist, please.
Taxi checklists.
Cabin.
Oh, sorry. Cabin crew, please be seated for takeoff. Cabin is ready.
Yep.
Approach path clear, no stop bar. We're clear to line up. So this is work in progress. Pag-uwan ng 12 noon, please.
Left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
clear. Enter na tayo?
Right? Yep,
Clear to line up?
clear to line up all the way.
Okay.
All right, taxi checklist,
Taxi
flight
checklist.
controls.
Checked.
Checked flap setting.
Config 1.
Config 1 plus F. Radar predictive wind shear.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue.
Taxi checklist complete and clear to line up only. All right, again, guys, taxiing here. We're gonna make a 180 at the end of the runway. For those of you who are not familiar with Davao, there is a turn pad towards the end. Disregard, sir, the rogue. There's a scenery thing. Yeah, this guy's crazy. Yeah, forget this guy. Wow. Disregard. Is your commercial director single? Asking for a friend. We'll talk about that later. Very important. He sings, by the way. I was talking to Captain Dex a while ago. We never got to fly together in real life because he was so busy running the company. But yeah, sayang. At least we get to fly together now. Please, wag na mag-background music. Okay, noted. Medyo artsy kasi yung commercial director namin. Kaya. Sir, we have a turn pad over here coming up. Medyo dark lang.
Sputnik 1, confirm ready for departure.
Sir, are we ready after the 180?
Yes, ready after what the one.
Sputnik 1. Sputnik 1 ready after. Check. Sputnik 1 ready after 180.
Sputnik 1 after 180. Wind calm runway 23. Clear to take off.
Clear for takeoff runway 23. Sputnik 1. Sorry, I got that for you,
Yeah.
sir.
Line up checklist, please.
Line up checklist. Take off runway.
2-3 confirm.
Runway 23 full length confirm. TCAS. TARA. Pack 1 and 2.
On.
Line up checklist complete and we are cleared for takeoff. Captain, what's the engine classification and model? We're using the CFM 56 5B4s today.
I'll do an immediate takeoff.
Okay. Walang kupas, sir.
Path clear. Cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Takeoff. Land flex 55, SRS runway, auto thrust blue.
Checked. Cross set. Medyo sensitive lang na konti right. 100 knots.
Check.
V1 rotates. Positive climb.
Gear up.
You're up.
Autopilot 1 on, please. AP1.
Checked. Sputnik 1 airborne passing 900, climbing 15,000.
Sputnik 1 contact Davao approach 122.4.
122.4, Sputnik 1.
Thrust climb, auto thrust.
Check. Now departure hello, Sputnik 1 passing 1,900, climbing flight level 150.
Sputnik 1, Davao approach, radar identified, continue climb flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, Sputnik 1.
150 blue.
150, checks. Mga showers pa sir, kita oh.
Oo nga eh, ang ganda ng view. Microburst.
Microburst.
Speed, flaps 0.
Speed checks. Flap 0. On ko lang yung ilaw sir after that.
Okay.
Sterile cockpit, guys. We got some showers here. Di lang kita sa weather radar.
Request heading 300 to avoid weather.
Sputnik 1 request heading 300.
Sputnik 1 approved, flight heading 300.
Heading 300, Sputnik 1.
Open climb heading.
Checks. Habang busy ka dyan, sir, I believe we have a special someone. Shout out to Captain Comendador from Miss Loida Vitug Comendador. The real captain. Busy, busy. We're just trying to avoid some of these showers here, guys, and we'll get to our conversations here. We got to keep it realistic. May flying kiss pa, sir. From your wife. Very typical of Davao yung weather na to.
Yeah. Ganda ng view.
Diba, sir? It's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nice.
Proceeding back on track.
Sputnik 1 clear of weather and proceeding back on track.
Out now.
Sputnik 1,
Blue.
Roger, you're cleared, direct waypoint Ankin.
Direct Ankin, Sputnik 1.
Direct Ankin, please.
Ankin with the beams.
Now,
Checks.
climb 10,000 foot check.
Check. Seatbelts.
Off.
Okay, up the Louis. The lag. That's lag, sir.
Oh,
Yeah. That's the internet, guys. Optimum is 355, Rec Max 383 GPS primary.
yep.
Oh my goodness. Wait lang, sir. Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, this internet. This happens when the internet is a little spotty. Yeah, okay.
Full standard. Set standard.
Standard set, cross-check, passing flight level 116 now.
Check. No difference.
So we've done the optimums. Wait lang ah. ELAC moment. No. This is a SIM issue. Internet issue, sorry. Wait lang. Sorry guys, we gotta deal with this internet lag today. Oops. Stall. Sorry, 1 second. Anyway, while we're waiting for all that to finish, Captain Dex, let's begin talking about this.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is like not supposed to happen, but again, once in a while we get the sim lag. We posted earlier that we wanted to talk about things like pilot hiring, right? So now that we're kind of through COVID, medyo nag-ano na yung airlines diba? Nagba-back to hiring sila eventually. How is it, in your opinion, how is it different now compared sa time na nung CEO ka ng AirAsia?
Well, during that time, that was pre-COVID, 2017 to 2019, that was the peak of the aviation industry. There was a lot of hiring because there were a lot of deliveries in AirAsia.
Yeah.
At that time, we had 23 planes going up to 28 at that time, and we were
28.
yeah, and we were hiring pilots with 200 hours at the time.
Yeah.
So, but then COVID came and a lot of planes were grounded. So, but then again, after COVID and starting from last year, the industry has been trying to recover, and we expect the normal rate of growth of about 3 to 4% annually. And of that growth, Asia Pacific has the largest percentage on that growth. Cebu Pacific and PAL have ordered planes, and they're hiring at the moment at this year. Asia Pacific is the focus of a large portion of the or hiring will happen here because of tourism. We have diversified islands, landscapes, and tourism is the greatest drawer of passengers, and of course cargo from China.
Okay.
A lot.
So, we're talking about the growth of the industry, which looks pretty good. The outlook looks pretty good. I believe a couple of airlines are having some issues with their engine manufacturers.
Yes.
Hence a lot of the, it looks like it's stabilized a bit here. Sorry, hold that thought. Yeah. Okay. And Sputnik 1, request further climb, please.
Sputnik 1, contact Manila Control on 119.3.
1193 Sputnik 1. Stand by on that topic. Manila Control, Sputnik 1, flight level 150.
Request higher.
Sputnik
340.
1, Manila Control, radar identifying good afternoon. Continue climb, flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Sputnik 1.
340 blue.
340.
Trust climb, open climb.
Checked.
Sputnik 1, CBDLT is available. Romeo Papa, Hotel India.
Roger, we'll log on. So, you can go, sir, to ATC Com. ATC Com, yeah. A little harder, yeah. Then you go to Connection, then Notification, and then you type RPHI. Under RPHI, there you go. Then Notify, yeah, press that. And then Notify. Then we'll get an acceptance in a second here when it says notified. That notified, good. Sputnik 1, request direct Lumbi.
Sputnik 1 approved. Fly direct Lumbi.
Direct Lumbi, Sputnik 1.
Direct Luby.
There you go. Para malinis yung flight plans.
Climb now.
Check.
Okay.
So there, login is accepted. I will close that. Current ADC is Manila Control. So now from now on, we can just talk to them via CPDLC.
Great.
All right, so where were we before all that hullabaloo? Guys, sorry about that. That was just a sim lag issue. Happens once in a while. Anyway, we talked about the growth. We talked about how some of the airlines are facing certain challenges now, especially dun sa mga engine parts. Hence,
Yes,
a lot
yes.
of the aircraft are grounded. Let's not talk about the thing yesterday, yung sa software. That's a totally different story. Kasi temporary lang naman yun. That was more of a worldwide issue, di ba? But in terms of pilot growth in the Philippines, how does this growth of, the forecasted growth in Asia Pacific, how does that specifically affect the Filipino aspiring pilot community? And what do they have to look forward to?
Of course, Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific are expanding. They made their orders already. And these orders will require each plane will at least require 12 pilots.
Per A320?
Yeah, per A320. And since it has been the style here in the Philippines that they would like pilots who have a CPL, 500 hours, and the rating. Although the Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific would likely hire people with 500 hours and rating. Although AirAsia is hiring pilots with 200 hours with rating.
With rating, okay. Does it matter where you get your type rating, really? Or is it a preference? Or
there are a lot of schools here that offer type rating in the Philippines. I think Cebu Pacific has its own school, which is the CAE, and Alpha Aviation is there. They offer.
How does that work, sir? For example, so the conception is that if you want to work for, let's say, for example, for Cebu Pacific, you have to go to CAE to get your type rating. What if, for example, CAE for some reason can't produce enough type-rated students, maybe, to fill the demand?
Hopefully, they would get people from other training schools, but at the moment they're only hiring, I think, for graduates who got their rating from CAE.
CAE, okay.
And Philippine Airlines has its own also preference of school.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I believe the recent post was AirAsia was hiring, diba?
Yeah.
They posted the QR code the other day. So actually all the guys from here at Sputnik are quite excited. Everyone's preparing their resumes or have already prepared and submitting. I believe the number of applicants is astounding. Siguro I believe it's like over 600-800 students that pilot license holders who applied so far. With that many, with that much competition, how do you stand out in this day and age?
Of course, the basic things that you learn in school. The first thing they will ask, if we're talking about Airbus 320 rating, of course, the usual questions will be, what are the golden rules? What are the memory items? Some of the aircraft limitations. Hopefully, since we are now moving towards competency-based training and assessment, I just would wish that the airlines that hire would look at the pilots, these young pilots, as competent. No? On the basic, they look at the students on based on a lens on competency, knowledge, skill, and attitude. Ang mas maganda kasi, because with CBTA already blooming in the industry, not only here in the Philippines, the people who hire should be looking at the pilots on the lens of knowledge, skill, and attitude.
Okay.
Not time.
When you say time, you mean like flying time?
Yes,
purely flying time. Okay.
Yeah, because with CBTA in place, hopefully to be fully in place by next year, time, a large flying time that you own does not really equate to competency anymore with CBTA present. So I hope the industry would look at it that way, because first of all, these students they pay for their own.
Yeah, yeah.
They spend money to be able to get the rating. The license itself is quite expensive.
Yes.
Then the rating itself is also expensive. So I think they should look at it from that point of view of competence.
I agree. I remember when I first joined AirAsia, I only had about 250 hours. You were the CEO at the time, and I remember the first few days you were the one asking us questions for the the orange folder, but the
Yeah.
questions that we had to answer.
Yeah.
So Captain Dex, even being the CEO, still had time to sit down with us new pilots to comply, for us to comply with some of the questions required that we had to answer right during the training. So with competency-based training and assessment, is it fully implemented yet in the airlines here, or is it just starting pa lang? No, it's just beginning.
The airlines have been a few years ago. They already started using CBTA in their training and assessment because they are being audited by foreign authorities like ICAO, EASA, or FAA if they fly to the US. So they have been on that path. However, our authorities are still trying to consolidate the regulations, fix it, and then hopefully it will be announced anytime soon.
Okay.
That our civil aviation authorities of the Philippines will be going the path of CBTA.
So, sir, can you just, in a nutshell, can you explain to the viewers who are not super familiar with the term CBTA, can you explain to them how it is different from the traditional grading and teaching system that we have now or have had in the past?
When we say that the pilot is competent, it means that he will be able to do his task consistently on any environment.
Okay.
So, and to be able to be called competent, he should be able to apply his technical skills. Technical skills meaning K, knowledge and procedures, and then skill, flying automation or manual handling, and the non-technical skills, which is attitude, which refers to what we call before CRM skills, but now it's leadership, communication, workload management, problem solving, decision making, and situational awareness. So in the olden days, a decade ago, we only looked at skills and knowledge, not much on the CRM skills, on the attitude side. Now, we as instructors and evaluators, we look at the whole picture. The easiest way to explain is to explain CBTA is when you there was a joke among us pilots that before you enter the sim, the instructors would say, "Gentlemen, it's showtime."
I've heard that before.
Yeah. So actually, it literally is.
Yeah.
Because when you enter the cockpit, if I were captain, I would act as a captain, and as a first officer, you would act as a first officer.
Yeah.
So, if we are acting, there is a script, the flows. There is a dialogue, communication, standard callouts, standard phraseology. If there is a problem solving, there is a pattern for deck in applying problem solving and decision making. So, these things has to be trained to the new pilots on how to do. You have to show them, because learning is a change of behavior brought about by experience. So you as an instructor should make him experience it during training, and then ask him to do what you showed him. So it's the instructors now should be able to do what they teach.
With that said, sir, there's a question here. There's a comment actually. From Jan Michael Rodil. Hey guys, I'm sure this has been a topic that has been argued for quite a while, but I want to know your opinion on the requirement of having a type rating. I'm sure there are positives and negatives. Is a type rating worth it right now? I believe you answered that a while ago by saying that most airlines are more likely to hire you with a type rating. What is the reason for that? Is it cost?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, let's be straightforward here,
Yeah,
right?
it's cost.
It's cost, right?
Before COVID, the PAL and Cebu Pacific would hire, or AirAsia would hire pilots and then train them to get the rating. But because some pilots would leave up for abroad without completing the 3-year contract
I see.
required of the pilots that they trained and spent money on. That's why I think after COVID, because of the lot of losses during
Yeah.
that time, so they're trying to recover. So they would be asking now that you fund your own rating.
Yeah. Well, yun na nga. It's unfortunately, I think, are we the only country who does that? Or maybe Vietnam? Because
Yeah, even Vietnam.
I
they
believe
have-
Vietnam does that as well.
Yeah.
But, that seems to be the name of the game here. I mean, again, we're just being pretty open about it because it's the truth, right? If you look abroad, you see cadet programs everywhere.
Yeah.
You'll never see something where an airline in Europe or let's say in the US says, oh, you must have an Airbus type rating before applying to work for this airline. It doesn't happen. It happens here, but not there. So yeah, to answer the question, I mean, that's just how it is. We can't really be upset about it. That's just the way the things are, right?
But there are programs to fund a training.
Yes, yes.
Usually these schools have already a partner bank that would give you the loan, and hopefully you get good terms. You only start paying when you start flying regularly.
Okay, yeah. Another question, sir, from Justin Reyes. I just joined the stream. Not sure if it has been discussed, but what about what is fair chance of employment for airlines, especially now where airline companies have their cadet programs? How big are the chances of applicants to get a shot in the airline for those who are not part of cadet programs?
PAL and Cebu Pacific already have their cadet programs.
Yeah.
So I guess they will only hire people from their program.
So-
But with sudden deliveries that they get,
Yeah,
their programs will not be able to cope
yeah.
with that requirement.
Yeah, I think that's something that most people don't really see when they go to flying school is airline hiring is really dependent on aircraft delivery, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. And sometimes Airbus, for example, might be delivering a plane to Airline X. Airline X all of a sudden has an issue. That slot is now given to the next order, and all of a sudden Airline Y has a new plane, and all of a sudden they need to start hiring. So yes, it's possible, definitely.
But there was an instance in India, Indigo. We trained 100 of their pilots
100.
because they expected about 50 planes for
God.
next year.
Yeah.
But suddenly the first 10 did not arrive on schedule.
planes, yeah.
So these 100 pilots that we trained are not doing anything right now. But then again, probably when it arrives first quarter next year, all of them will be suddenly
Yeah.
absorbed. So
Okay.
depende yan sa deliveries.
Yeah. From Charles Baloro, what would be a good first impression during a panel interview? Something that would make the panel say, I would bet my money on this guy.
Look, we had a study done on pilots. When I was in AirAsia, we wanted to know what is the best personality trait that a pilot should have for him to become a pilot and last until retirement age. And that was my daughter who was in psychiatry course in med school UST. And they found out, they studied all the records of all the pilots at that time. And they found out the best personality trait that one pilot should have is conscientiousness. It's being organized and doing the right thing even if no one is looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually use that with my son. I ask him that. I call it integrity. Right? It's basically integrity. It's doing the right thing even if no one is looking. So every morning I say, son, what is integrity? Tapos ulit-ulitin niya para ma-brainwash. Kahit hindi niya maintindihan, basta ano. No, that's a good point, Captain Dex. I think I remember my first interview when I applied for AirAsia. You know, everyone was there. I was so nervous, and then I guess you just have to figure out a way to be yourself and be a calm, pleasant individual.
Yes.
Because I believe everyone has the same credentials to an extent.
Yes.
Everyone has a type rating. Everyone has at least 200 hours for you to even get the interview. So I guess you just have to show a learning personality, a pleasant personality.
Yes.
One thing I learned flying as an expat now is you fly with different cultures all the time, and you just have to be able to adapt to anyone, to any different individual. So you have to have this kind of neutral, adaptable personality, be able to try and get the jokes of a different culture. It's actually not just the flying, but it's also
the personality.
Being in a cockpit.
Personality plays a huge thing when you're being interviewed. They know, the interviewees know that this is just how much you know.
Yeah.
That's why I keep on telling my team when they hire, do not ask too many deep questions that you will find only inside the back of the book. No? So, because you must remember, these are young pilots. All you have to make sure that their license is okay. They really flew 200 hours. So that's enough, because as an instructor, it's unfair to ask something which you never taught.
Yes.
So they came from different flying schools. They will know different things, but they should know the general things.
Yes.
The license is clean. It's good enough. 200 is good enough. Everybody starts with 200 hours.
Yeah. There's something we noticed also, sir. There were a lot of people who also apply for work here at Sputnik as a flight coach or something, and we also do these interviews. I noticed that when I do the interviews of certain people, you see a very vast level of knowledge from the same, on paper, everyone is the same thing, but the level of knowledge or the level of technical expertise is quite variable. How, knowing that there are a lot of unemployed pilots right now waiting, right? What would be the best way or best advice you could give to these guys who are sitting, waiting, hoping for that opportunity? How can they best make themselves more technically proficient? Because there are going to be technical questions, and obviously if you're not studying, that's a problem, right? So sa sobrang daming kailangang aralin, ano ba dapat ang fina-focus ng mga new CPL holders while they are waiting for that opportunity?
Do they have rating already, or basically?
Let's say for
CPL?
each, one guy is not rated, one guy is rated, but everyone is CPL IR. What would be something they can stick to?
One is at least review the subjects that you took up already. Because most of the questions will come from the subjects that they took up. If you're just CPL and you don't have any rating. But if you have the rating, of course, as I mentioned earlier, what are the golden rules? That's the first thing that they will ask, to know your Airbus. And then the memory items they would ask. And then, of course, some of the limitations. And these are the basic things that they would ask. And if you have a sim at home, try to practice using the sim.
Or
That-
come to Sputnik.
That's it.
By the way, before we go any further, guys, I had to plug this in because it makes sense, right? We actually do prioritize now airline pilot practice, right? So we have the airline pilot operational prep, which is kind of a full course. But we also, if you just want to come here and practice in the sim, just like Captain Dex said, we have sessions available at discounted rates, as you can see on our page. And really, the whole point is, I guess you can study as much as you want,
Yeah.
FCOM, but it's different sitting in a simulator with the visuals and the programs and doing your flows and actually flying. I guess, that's also the root of our business, right?
Yeah.
Being a current pilot myself, I find myself like now I'm on a month off. I gotta come here and do some approaches, do some takeoff and landings to get myself back in the game. And I guess for someone who hasn't been ever flying in an airline, we're trying to find the lowest cost way to do this for people to come and become proficient. So yeah, Captain Dex is here once in a while to do these talks and to help us out. So yeah, thank you, Captain Dex, for always being available to help us. So again, guys, for everyone watching, again, this is Sputnik Aviation. My name is David. I'm joined again today by Captain Dexter Comendador, my former boss and the former CEO of Air Asia Philippines. He's here to share his technical expertise and great advice, and we're about to reach flight level 340 here. So 1 second, we'll just get a bit of the flying
Knockout
side of
star.
things checked. TCAS coming to below. Then we do a systems check here. Yeah, pretend like we know what we're
Outcruise.
talking about. Check. Yeah. So also what we do here, sir, I fly long haul, so I like to teach a lot of long haul things to our students.
Yeah.
We talk about ETPs,
Yep.
and we're now using CPDLC. So we're trying to make our programs more forward thinking in terms of technical, the technical upgrades of the simulator. So CPDLC is one thing, right? I have more questions here, sir.
Yep.
Aden Gavilaga, hi captains. I've always been curious for airline pilots. How does career progression actually work beyond just flying? For example, how does a line pilot then become a TRI or TRE and even take on management roles within the airline? Is it by recognition or bidding? And what does that pathway look behind the scenes?
Oh,
That's a pretty good question.
Yep. That's good. Okay, when you start, I keep on giving this advice to the young pilots. When you enter an airline and you're first officer, try to teach. Even the ground subject, just the ground schooling subjects.
Yeah.
Try to be, the point is try to be the best of what you do. So if you're first officer, you must be able to teach the subjects that were taught to you when you entered. So when they see that you can teach, then probably they will tell you to teach ground school in the simulator, just ground school. Then when you get promoted to become a captain, you continue teaching. They will ask you to teach in the line first. Then they will ask you to teach in the sim. When you start teaching recurrent training in the sim, they will ask you to train initial pilots now. You get you're now TRI. You become TRI. Then they make you an instructor in the line also, flying. Initially, the young FOs, when you become an official TRI, you may be able to teach the captains. Okay? The point is, not all good pilots become good instructors. But all good instructors become very good pilots.
Yeah.
And usually these good instructors become management pilots.
You see. Yeah.
That's the path to me, because that was my experience.
Yeah.
You have to be an expert on what you do. And because, especially now that CBTA is introduced, you look at everybody through the lens of KSA, knowledge, skill, and attitude. And part of that is leadership.
Yes, yes, I agree.
So, if you're a good instructor, you must be a good leader.
Definitely. Actually, sir, going back to what you said, you mentioned being good at what you do, right? Um, a lot of people ask the question here at Sputnik: what should I do as my first job? Is it better to be a second officer? Is it better to be a first officer? I don't want to be a second officer because wala namang flying. I only want to be a first officer because I want to sit here. So there is a bit of a misconception, right? Some people think that being an SO is like, why? Why am I wasting my time? But actually, there's many ways to think about it. And I like what you said about, you said being good at what you do, right? It's not about whether you're FO, SO, captain, TRI, whatever your position is in the company, you need to do your best. You need to aim to be the best at that. If you're going to be an FO for a long time, aim to be the best FO in the company, right? I remember you
Exactly.
told me that before when I
Yeah.
was at AirAsia. So what do you have to say to those, CPL 200 hours now, and they're deciding, should I apply at PAL as an SO? Should I apply at SEPAC or AirAsia as an FO? Is it better to be an FO than an SO? You know, what are your thoughts?
It's best that you join first as an SO. To me,
Okay.
why? I left the Air Force with 2,000 hours.
2,000 hours.
2,000 hours. But I was happy when they made me an engineer first because the planes we flew in the Air Force were old. So I was introduced to the newer planes, more modern, huge planes.
Yeah.
And I learned systems, modern systems. Then they transferred me from engineer to SO position in the 747. I learned what modern fly or the modern systems, the computers, was all about. So that was added knowledge without forcing me to have the skill yet.
Yeah, yeah.
I think if you have 200 hours and then you enter as an SO, that's an advantage for you. You will be you will be able to see how the experienced pilot flies while you understand the systems,
Yeah,
the computers. Then when it's time for you to fly, the skill part, then you already have the knowledge
Yeah.
part, and the other competencies required. You're just missing the flying part. And that will come in last. Tamang-tama lang yun.
Yeah.
Kasi you have 200 hours. Don't worry about the flying part. It will come. It will come. And besides, they don't expect you to have that skill yet at 200 hours. That's why if you're gaining time as SO, you're practicing landing only every 3 or 6 months, depending on the style
Or
of the
every week at Sputnik.
Oh, yeah. Better. The simulation really is very nice. The visual
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the actual setup is Airbus itself. So
Yeah.
it's a good practice here.
So, sir, with that concept in mind, so let's think forward a little bit. Let's say you've already become an FO. Let's say, for example, you're an FO at a local airline now, and now your mindset is, oh, what am I going to do now? Am I going to go abroad and become an expat, or am I going to wait for my command locally? The question now is, some people ask, maybe I should just stay away from being an expat because wala naman upgrade dyan. I want to become a captain here. But I believe some people also have this misconception of saying that once you're a captain, you're forever a captain. Yes, but not all airlines hire direct entry captains,
Yeah.
right? So, in your opinion, sir, what is the thought process here? If you're, let's say you have your ATPL already at 1,500 hours now. Now you're thinking, should I go expat? Should I wait for command? What are the pros and the cons that we should be thinking about?
If during our time, what you said was true when you say, pag lumabas ako sa airline na to, I'm only FO, forever FO, or it takes time para ma-promote ka sa labas. No? And usually, you will pay for your own upgrade also.
Really?
Sa labas. When I was in Vietnam.
Oh my gosh.
Ganon.
You pay for your upgrade.
You pay for your upgrade.
That's sim slewing. Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
So you pay for your upgrade. So might as well, kaya maraming FO lang until they retire.
Yeah.
So maganda nga at that time that you apply abroad and as a captain na. Kasi once a captain nga naman, forever a captain. You need to read the events, current events.
Yeah.
If you see that your airline is not expanding, it will take time for you to be promoted if you're still FO at that time. So that it would be advantageous for you to apply abroad as a captain or as an FO.
As an FO.
Ang dami akong kilala na nag-apply sa Taiwan.
Okay.
As FO.
Yeah.
So it depends on the situation of the aviation industry, no? If it's rapidly expanding, especially in Asia, why not kahit FO ka, lumabas ka? Kasi din chances mo ma-promote mas mabilis kasi mas mabilis mag-expand yung ibang airline. Hindi kagaya dito, medyo matagal.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, sir, can you press that button? Yeah. Cleared to Manila via La Ia 3 Romeo when ready to send flight level 150. So we have the weather already sent via telex via ACARS basically. Wow, 15 degrees in Manila, very realistic. Yeah. Let's put that in here for you. 1013. I'm gonna have a chat with our guys later about all this.
And
wind calm. 130 and let's see. So hold on the questions for a second, guys. We'll just get this set up here. Manila, and we're expecting the RNP approach. Sakto, maka-FLS tayo ngayon.
Okay.
Let's see here. RNP minimum's 460.
RNP
410 pala, sorry.
Yeah. RNP 06.
Yes.
Oh, RNAV 06.
We'll go. Yeah, RNAV 06.
La Ia 3.
La Ia 3. What was that? Romeo. Yeah.
Yep.
Close. Oh, you need to pull the heading first, sir.
Oh.
And then then insert. Push. Yep. Cool. 15 degrees in Manila might have snow for Christmas. I know, right? All right. Okay, secondary, I'll set up for you. We'll just put in the ILS. RPLL 06. Captain David, you mentioned airline pilot operational preparation. How in-depth is the course and how does it differ from an A320 type rating? Well, on our end, basically, a type rating is an overall, it's basically a lot of compliance, right? There's a lot of things that maneuvers that have to be performed as deemed by Airbus. For example, you need to do basically all the failures possible, dual hydraulics, dual FM, dual FCU, alternate law, direct law, all that stuff. So it's very technical. In the APOP, what we do is we focus on actually understanding the aircraft normally first. So flying it normally from point A to point B, like on a regular line flight. We believe that if you can operate the aircraft in a normal, everyday situation, it would better help you prepare for the abnormal situations, right? Because usually type ratings are focusing heavily on engine outs and all that stuff because that's all regulatory, it's all compliance, right? So we try to do it here the other way around. We give you a systems, not too crazy in a systems depth, it's more just touching the surfaces, the golden rules, understanding how the FCU and the FMA works, different modes, open descent, manage descent. And then when you're ready for your type rating or ready for your airline applications, you have a general overview and you're pretty comfortable flying the aircraft in a normal situation. So for more information on that, please do send us a message and we'll be ready to answer any of your questions or come over here and check it out. And Captain Dex, we have a message from Captain Rolly Ching. Miss you, Kuya Dex.
Oh.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Request lower.
Yeah, we're cleared already, sir. Descent flight level 150.
150 set, blue, thrust idle, descent.
Checked. And we have F approach.
F approach.
So the only difference today, sir, is going to be like when we... Have you flown an FLS approach before?
Not
Not
yet,
yet?
but I saw in the
Yeah.
sim.
So basically we fly like an ILS.
Yeah,
We don't need to wait for the final descent point to be our two-way point. As long as we're on a correct trajectory on the intercept, you can arm it already just like an ILS.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm sure Captain Dex knows that already. I'm just talking and talking. Anyway, so yeah, now that we're descending, we still have some time to talk.
Yeah.
What's the word of advice now for these up and coming pilots? You know, either the ones who are finishing flying school or the ones who have just finished and are just waiting for that opportunity. What's your motivational advice for them now to, you know, to prep, to keep away the disappointment or the rejection? Of course, we've all felt that before. We've all been rejected, or we've gotten a reject email saying, "Oh, you haven't fulfilled the requirements," or, you know, or, "Unfortunately, you haven't been shortlisted." So, how do you keep someone who's been receiving that kind of message? How do you keep him motivated to become a, you know, successful pilot?
Just maintain your currency, you know, and practice. Nowadays, you have the simulators, you know, so like this. But keep on flying in the sim. Keep on reviewing your subjects, because the industry is on its way up after COVID. It's a cycle of 4 or 5 years in the industry, and we just passed the lowest point, which is COVID. So we expect to be going up. And by the way, I asked my instructor who, in Airbus before. He was the head of AI in France, head of AI in France.
Wow.
He was a 35-year-old guy who looks like Tom Cruise. we asked the question, "Sir, is the Airbus ready for unmanned flights?" And he answered yes. However, but he said but. So what's the but? The passengers are not.
Oh, okay.
So that is why you still have a job, at least for the next another 20 years. It's the reason why CBTA came out, because
Really?
because the manufacturers found out themselves that the Airbus is not, or whatever the new planes nowadays is not perfectly safe. It's not 100% safe.
To be flown without a pilot, basically,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
that's why the pilots is still there to be able to solve the expected, you see in ECAM, or the unexpected things that happens to the plane, just like yesterday.
Yeah.
So there was a kink in the program. So who solves the problem if you're up there? It's still the pilots.
Exactly.
So you still have a job at least for the next how many decades? So don't lose hope. I mean, when the Ukraine and Russia war ends, and hopefully we get the spares that we need, because the raw materials are coming from that area. That's why we're having a hard time with the spares and manufacturing.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find second-hand Airbus 320s nowadays. Everybody soups up the plane pag may for sale. So keep up the hope. It's there. It will happen. Just hang on there. Keep yourself current.
Okay. Yeah.
Try not to lose your rating if you have the rating. And you know where to practice.
Yes. I love it. Hindi ko pinusyan, pero we have a hi from Daniel Santa Maria. Hi, Captain Dex. Nice to see you live. See you on the ground. Mia Gale. Oh, Mia, kumusta? Thoughts on transitioning from narrow body to wide body? Like if they had the choice to choose either, let's say, command on the, contact Manila approach 1248. Roger that. So yeah, either command on the 320 or promotion to, let's say, 330 senior FO or something. I'll just check it. Manila approach. Hello, Sputnik 1 descending flight level 150 information Alpha.
Sputnik 1, Manila approach, radar identified, good afternoon. Information Juliet is current, QNH 1013. Continue send 150.
Send flight level 150 information Juliet, QNH 1013, Sputnik 1.
150.
150, checked.
What were
Yeah,
we
so
at?
wide body FO or Captain 320 or Captain ATR.
During the 80s and the 90s, people would ask, non-pilots would ask, "Oh, are you a domestic pilot or an international pilot?" Because if you were international, it was assumed that you were flying the big jets.
Yeah, 747.
But nowadays, in 2000 plus, year 2000 forward, it doesn't really make a difference now. You fly the A320, you can fly the 330, the 350, the 37 at the 380s. No? It's the same cockpit. It's the same setup. It's the same flow. Hindi naman lumalaki yung cockpit pag lumalaki yung aircraft. Do I shout, gear down? Ganun ba kalayo yung upuan ng FO? It's the same strategy. It's the same way of flying.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter if you fly the 320 or the 380.
Yeah. I think it's more maybe about schedule. Maybe roster, like lifestyle, I guess. I fly wide body now, so I get lots of days off. It's longer to get your command, but I get more time with my family. So I guess if you're a family man or family woman, you have kids, and you want more days off, consider the wide body. Otherwise, if you're just, not really too much responsibility, maybe flying a narrow body is good enough for you. Personally, I miss the takeoff and landings.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to get 1 or 2 takeoff and landings a month.
Wow.
Yeah, because one long haul is what? Let's say Hong Kong to New York is like 36 hours block.
Wow.
So 2 flights, that's already 70 plus hours, and maybe 1 more flight, that's it. So agawan pa kayo, tatlo kayong dalawa kayong FO or something. So
Sputnik 1, continue descent 5,000 via the star.
Continue to send 5,000 via the star. Say the QNH, please.
QNH 1013.
QNH 1013.
1013.
Checked.
5,000 blue.
5,000 checked. Hi, captains. From Prince Jeremy, how do you weigh the benefits of building flight hours and gaining teaching experience as a flight school instructor against the potential for more diverse flying opportunities and quicker pay in Gen Av gigs? So I guess, either FI or multi-engine or,
I'm biased towards being an FI.
okay.
Why? Because when I started my career, when I graduated from flying school, there was a worldwide oil crisis. Pila sa gas station, you can only buy 20 liters. You cannot gas up for full tank sa sasakyan mo. So, ganun kahirap, no? And all the flying in the Air Force at that time were stopped, except for flying training because pilots die in combat.
I see, yeah.
So I joined I was forced to become a flight instructor first.
Yeah.
And it makes you a better pilot because you master what you just learned after graduating. So I think it's an advantage to become an FI because the general aviation field is also limited. There are not a lot of Gen Av planes around.
Yeah.
To sa dami ninyo.
But I mean, like, I guess it's also fair kasi ang daming unemployed. So some people are the speed brakes are Some people are trying to figure out, should I invest my money in a type rating? Should I invest my money on an FI license? Which one? Where should I go? I mean, unless you can afford both, I guess. what would be a more optimal, you know, I guess that's more of the question is, which path should I take? Should I invest in FI, or should I invest in type rating, or should I invest in multi-engine, you know, to find Gen Av gigs? Madami kasing path di ba? So,
Siyempre lamang yung pilotong may multi-engine eh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
No, yeah. So that's what most of the airlines are looking for, time with multi-engine. Ano, pero hopefully nga with the implementation of CBTA, competency-based training assessment, they would not equate time
To
with
proficiency.
to being proficient or
Yeah.
competent. No? Hopefully that time would come.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
airlines and their training departments and their chief pilots should come to a realization that it's not about time.
Yeah.
It's about competence.
I mean, it's sorry, set QNH.
Oh, 1013.
Yeah. QNH cross-check passing 600 feet. Passing now.
Check no difference.
Yeah, but it's really determined by the airline, right?
Yeah.
Because is it the regulator that will say you need 500 hours, or is it 200?
No, it's
as long as you have a CPL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the airline. Eh. I heard kasi that it's because of the insurance.
I see. Yeah. The lower the time of the pilots, the higher the insurance
Yeah.
premium for the aircraft, right?
But hopefully, if these airlines understand what competency is all about, they should be able to explain that also to the insurance providers. Now it's not about time anymore.
Yeah.
It's about
yeah.
competence.
Competence. I agree.
10,000.
10,000. Okay.
Seatbelts,
Seatbelts.
yes.
Last button. Let's see here. And approach checklist.
Approach checklist, please.
Approach checklist. Seatbelts.
On
Minimum.
410 set.
Auto brake.
Medium, low.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Barrel ref.
1013 set.
QNH 1013. Approach checklist complete. So we've done all our briefings before we took off. We've done all our landing distance computations, guys. So yeah, of course this is a stream, so we kind of gotta get on with it, right? Or else no one's gonna watch. One more question before we get really busy here. Captain from Giorgio De Castro, what is the best thing to do after flight training? We talked about that already. So yeah, it's really up to you what you decide to do. If you can afford a type rating, it helps. It helps with the employment locally. Multi-engine is an option. FI is an option. What I always like to tell the people who ask me is, if you're gonna get an FI, as long as you know you're gonna be able to build time. Yes, because haba din ang pila dun eh. Kung mahaba din ang pila, sir, sa airline, mahaba din ang pila sa flight school.
Yeah.
So, what's the point if that's the case? Unless the school is offering you okay, you're gonna get 20 hours a month, fly for us, you're gonna make this much money. Yeah, go do the FI, right? Otherwise, you're just gonna sit there and wait. So, anyway, yeah, thank you for all the comments, guys. Don't forget to share again. We'll be giving away an airline experience session after the stream. We're on our initial approach here, and Captain Dex is gonna show me how it's done today.
Cleared to RNP runway 06 approach.
At Trece, cleared RNP 06, Patekwan.
At 13.
Yeah. So at Trece, we can set all the way down to 1,700 feet on the managed descent profile.
Yeah.
So it's all been inserted and computed. So nice view of Manila today. Clear skies, so that there are no lags. You're welcome, Prince Jeremy. Thank you, boss. See you soon. All right. Again, guys, Sputnik Aviation here. It's December coming up, so book your airline experience for your friends and family. You come over here, and maybe Captain Dex will be here to fly with you. If he has free time.
Yep.
He's done that already. Twice now, no, sir? You came here twice? Three times
twice.
already?
Three times.
Three times. So again, guys, if you have a look at the screen over here, we're about to do an auto deceleration with the decel point coming up. Trece is the initial approach fix for the RNP approach. So technically, at Trece, we can set the altitude all the way down to our final approach fix.
Speed.
Checked.
We're on approach, activated approach.
Approach phase is active. RNAV 06.
At Trece, we were cleared.
Yeah. So with the FLSer, you can turn it on and when we're turning final.
Yep.
But I guess at the moment we can already set 1700 as long as we're in managed descent. Yeah.
1,700.
Checked. Hi, Captain David, Captain Dex. What are your comments about the Airbus recent software to ground? Well, you know, I mean, they identified an issue, so they were able to quickly find a solution.
Yeah.
I believe it had something to do with how the solar radiation affected the sensors that affected the flight computers, in a nutshell. So
Yeah.
it caused that uncommanded pitch down moment, and it was I think it was because of a sensor issue with the solar radiation thing. So yeah, our speed lancer is going a little. There's Manila on the right. And yeah, stick around, guys, for when after we land. We got some stuff to talk about here. Okay.
Arming the approach.
Yep.
And out FGS blue FGS and lock star.
Sputnik 1, contact Manila Tower on 118.1.
Yeah, plus one.
1181, Sputnik 1. Yeah, we're on the 3-degree descent now, so. Manila Tower, Sputnik 1, established RMP 0611 miles.
Sputnik 1, Manila Tower, good afternoon. Wind from runway 06, cleared to land.
Clear to land,
FGS.
06, Sputnik 1. Checked. We might have a hard time, sir, with the speed reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear down, please.
You're down. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing.
Flaps 2, please.
Speed checked. Flaps 2. That flight went by pretty quickly.
Cost index 100.
We get cheap fuel.
2,500.
Check.
Check.
Yung ATC guy po, ganda po ng boses, parang si Ray Langit.
Flaps 3, please.
Speed check, flaps 3. So with GS, yeah, we can set go run altitude
6,000.
7,000.
Oh, 7,000.
Yeah, on the RF.
2,000.
Flaps full, please.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
Landing check, please.
Landing checklist, ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete, and we are clear to land. All set.
Ganda ng FLS feature.
Diba? It just makes everything so much easier. Okay, Kailangan lang tama yung QNH. Nice day. So we're past the final fix, the altitude check, and the missed approach is set. Stable. Costa.
Oo nga.
100 above.
Checked. 500.
400. Minimum.
Continue. Autopilot off.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Spoilers. Reversers. Green. Decel. $70 knots. And this is our
Sputnik 1,
directions.
vacate on Romeo 2.
Romeo 2, Sputnik 1.
Sputnik 1, after vacating, contact Manila ground on 121.8.
118 after runway vacations. But they go on. Did I say vacation?
Yeah.
I just came from vacation.
1 month?
Yeah. All right, so then we can make a left turn over there. Sorry. Manila ground, Sputnik 1, vacating runway 06.
Sputnik 1, Manila ground, welcome back from your vacation. Continue taxi Terminal 2 via Romeo 2, straight on Golf Juliet, make a left on Lima, and stand 38.
Romeo 2, Golf Juliet, Lima, stand 38, Sputnik 1. So straight ahead over here, sir, and then the second left.
Yes. After landing.
All right. Walang kupas.
Kakalat. Left on Lima.
Yeah, this is going to be Lima. APU start. After landing checklist, radar predictive wind shear.
Off.
After landing checklist completes.
Thank you.
Welcome to Manila, virtual Manila. And then you can actually just choose any bay you'd like. 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, so straight lang tayo.
Straight.
AirAsia's in Terminal 2 now, right?
Right?
Yeah. Dati, sa ano tayo, sir, no? Terminal 4?
Oh.
That was like a 30-minute taxi from Terminal 4 to runway 06.
Pwede dito?
Yeah, anywhere.
Ah, okay.
Sa next na lang para
next na
may
lang.
ano. I will just disconnect our CPDLC here. Yep, this one over here should be
Right
good.
here, yes.
Clear right. And A320. Lights off
Lights
for
off.
you. Kailangan lang dito sir medyo power on kasi yung sa sim lang yun.
Oh,
So we just add a little thrust. And we just tensiometer ang ating
Stop.
marshaller.
yep.
Sige pa sir. I guess until this yellow line disappears, we should be okay. And should be good.
Okay. And then shutting down.
Okay,
to
Beyblade
landline.
is on.
Disarm slides, please.
Cabin crew disarm all doors and cross check.
Okay, chucks in place. And yep,
Okay.
doors may be open.
Doors may be open. Cockpit to ground.
Ground cockpit.
Parking brake set on chocks 26, nil defects.
On chocks 26, nil defects. You may release your brakes. Welcome to Manila.
Thank you.
Parking checklist.
Parking checklist. Parking brake or chocks.
Off.
Engines.
Off.
Wing lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking checklist complete.
Thank
Captain
you.
Dex, thank you very
Nice
much.
flying with you
Nice
again.
flying with you again. To everyone who was watching, again, thanks for tuning in. Of course, thank you to Captain Dexter Comendador for joining us today on a Sunday evening. And hopefully most of your questions were answered, or at least the discussion points were talked about. So again, just to recap, don't fret. Keep up the motivation and the proficiency, most especially. And yeah, come to Sputnik and practice. That's the best word of advice, right? So Captain Dex, any final shout outs to anyone you want to say hi to or goodbye to?
Oh, of course, my wife. But then again, keep your rating. They will be needing pilots still. Unmanned flights is still far away. Although they tried ATOL, ATTOL, automatic taxi takeoff and landing sometime during COVID, but they never released the results. But then again, they tried flying. Singapore tried flying with AIFO.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. How'd that go?
No, that was the experiment that they didn't release the.
I see.
But the ATOL, they did it and it was successful. So we're now called flight managers, not pilots. Yeah.
Hey, well, it is what it is, right? Anyway, guys, we do have something to give away. Are we ready for that?
Final comments.
Oh yeah, sorry. One last call. Share, comment on the original post on the Facebook page. You have 2 minutes to do so, and we'll be announcing the winner here in a second. And sir, if you can see the screen behind you. Yeah. Okay, so we only have a few guys here because most of you guys probably didn't share it publicly, right? And the comments. You gotta follow the rules, okay? So these are the guys who follow the rules. All right, let's spin. Are we? All right, last 1 minute. And yes, Thanks for the advice, flight managers. Okay, are we ready? So we have everyone up there. Yeah, there's some last second guys. All right, 3, 2, 1. Spinning, spinning, send us a message later and you'll be able to claim that. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Sputnik Aviation tonight. It's been a pleasure serving you, and we do hope to see you in one of your future flights. We'll be streaming again soon, so don't forget to follow the rules next time for more chances of winning. But for now, thanks so much for tuning in, Captain Dex.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you
And
again.
thanks to everyone who was part of the production. We'll see you again on the next stream. Bye-bye.